They say hindsight is 20/20. As an entrepreneur, I have learned so many things that I wish I had known as a law student and definitely as a junior associate. I think those things, whether they were skills or perspective changes, would have made me not just more successful as an attorney, but it would have made me more fulfilled as well. Today, I want to talk to you about focusing on what works instead of worrying about what doesn't. As an attorney, as a law student even, and especially as a litigator, we learn to look into all the facts, look into all the cases, thinking about all the possible things that can go wrong, so we can advise our clients on every single possible thing. And that's a great skill. That makes us good attorneys. But it also can be a hindrance as a strength that can become a weakness. Because we also learn to focus on every possible thing that can go wrong. And I think we take that with us to our law firms. We think and talk about everything that maybe is not perfect. The long hours we work, the difficulties of making partner, maybe a difficult supervising attorney that we have to deal with. And rarely, if ever, we focus on all the things that are going right, the positive feedback we get on our work, the client who really loves us, the peers who are interesting and intellectual and have become good friends. As an entrepreneur, I learned from some of my amazing mentors that we don't really want to worry too much about things that don't work. Even the most successful companies launch product lines that they have to discontinue. The most successful, innovative companies like Blockbuster Video go out of business through changed circumstances. So as an entrepreneur, you learn to enjoy the journey and you learn to constantly innovate. And instead of focusing so much on the 4 products that maybe don't work very well, on the one that has the most impact. We learn to identify problems, but very quickly move past analyzing them to death and finding solutions to fix them. About 5 years ago, I had a company that was about 2 years old, and I was complaining about the name to a friend of mine who was an entrepreneur, and all the things that was wrong with this name. It was limiting, people had a difficulty finding a certain character on the keyboard. It's spelled 2 different ways, so it wasn't good for branding. He just looked at me and said, "It seems like you've already made the decision. Why don't you just change it?" And I immediately changed the name. As soon as we changed it, a lot of things also changed for the positive. So I learned from that the skill that makes you a good entrepreneur is identify the problem, but quickly move to a solution. And I see in the young associates and law students that we get into the habit of staying with the problems or even things that we can't control instead of shifting our focus on what we can control. So make sure as you're taking emotional inventory of your week or just even your job, whether it's by yourself or with colleagues, if you are identifying all the things that are wrong with something, but also identify all the positive things that are going along with that too and verbalize it. And as quickly as you can, get away from that problem-centric focus of what is wrong and try to focus your dialogue on changing it and to move beyond it, or if this is something that you can control, making peace with it. If you are new to our YouTube family, I would really appreciate your support as we create more both emotional well-being content as well as substantive content for young lawyers and law students. So please like this video and join our YouTube family by subscribing to the channel. Until we talk again, stay well.